All right, y'all, we live. Y'all know how we do. Always pushing help up and a better understanding of self, you heard? And giving praise to the Most High. So check it. In this video, man, in this live, I'm going over the Native Americans. They fight to regain their status. Same thing like we trying to do. Don't have a culture and a status. And it's similar to the situation that we're going on. I'm going to go into the check-in report to see what's going on with, you know, the emails that we send into all the corporations that's disrespecting lineage, and see where that's going with the check-in report. I'm gonna try to be on here for about an hour, man. Then we gonna tap in, let everybody get some FBA love, spread it around. Let's get it.
In Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, there lies a cemetery for Creek Indian Freedmen, the tribe's former black slaves. It's neglected and becoming a dumping ground.
Yes, this is one of the Benjamins.
When Rhonda Grayson first heard about it, she didn't get very far in her inquiries about who owned this plot of land.
And when I received the second call, I said, this is the ancestors calling us, and we have to do something.
Not only did she find the owner, she managed to acquire the land on behalf of the Creek Indian Freedmen. Now she's begun work on restoration and an accounting of who's buried here.
Now, this is Rebecca Johnson, born July 4th on Independence Day, 1865.
At the recent commemorations for the centenary of the Tulsa Race Massacre, Black Native Americans were a strong presence. And as with the massacre of 1921, many in the US and elsewhere aren't even aware of their existence. Some Native American tribes long accepted Black members. But in what's now Oklahoma, white settlers judged the tribes civilized because not only did they assimilate with the newcomers in dress and religion, but also in the adoption of Black chattel slavery. After the Civil War, the tribal nations abolished slavery as part of treaties signed with the federal government in 1866. Former slaves would be fully integrated and now known as freedmen. And there was full integration and intermarriage. Negus Chotu Perryman even served as the principal chief of the Creek Nation between 1887 and 1895.
We know that America Cohee was born in 1888. She is an original enrollee of the Muskogee Creek Nation.
Rhonda Grayson's great-grandmother lived her whole life as a member of the Muskogee Creek tribe. But then in 1979, the Creek passed new laws decreeing that freedmen were no longer tribal members. The other tribes followed. Freedmen would lose their tribal voting rights as well as their housing, health, and other benefits.
Everyone should be outraged that this could happen in 1979.
Tribes argued it was an expression of their sovereignty. An 1866 treaty with the US government should not be the final say on who was a member of their tribes. They should be.
Sovereignty is fine, but sovereignty does not give you the right to discriminate against the people, and that's essentially what's happening.
Grayson, who's been leading efforts to overturn the new laws, sees other motivations.
It's about greed and it's about racism is the core of the entire issue.
Right. They don't even tell us that it was Black Indians. They never even said that in the record books at all. So you could tell they're trying to hide that.
That's it.
And I wonder
Efforts
who are
to
these
pressure the
people?
tribes to reverse their exclusionary policies have been successful in the courts. In 2017, the Cherokee Nation was forced to abandon plans to expel its freedmen.
Cherokees are people, and unfortunately in this world, there's still people who are racist.
Cherokee is where my great-grandmother is from. That's her tribe. So
I think
it's hit
the
home.
vast majority of Cherokees are not.
The US Congress is getting involved, threatening to withhold funding if other tribes don't reverse course. And it seems to be working. Some say they will open a dialogue on the issue. But it is fraught. On the face of it, the federal government is overtly intervening in tribal affairs. However, since a Supreme Court ruling in 2020, the tribe's arguments for excluding freedmen have become shakier. Muskogee Creek tribe argued for autonomy from the federal government. Its basis, the 1866 treaty with the federal government. And the tribe won. But it's that same treaty that gave freedmen full rights as tribal members.
Bioma Edwards.
The Creek are Grayson's tribe, and she's determined that freedmen members, both living and dead, will soon be able to reclaim their identity. Shia Britansi, Al Jazeera, Broken Arrow, Oklahoma.
So They all see it, man. We got people that are the racism that goes on to the Indians, to the tribes that was black. It's crazy. So they're still fighting for their freedom that they didn't get from their ancestors. Now we're gonna go into the check-in report and see what our boy got for.
The future is not just going to happen. You have to make it. And if you want a successful business, all it takes is an idea. And now,
What's good, y'all? What's good, family?
Welcome
Black side, my
welcome
family
to the
still
Check-in
knows
Report.
that we are native. I'm also
Today's
Mexican
topic, I
American and
emailed CBS
Apache
in
Indian.
regards to the
Salute,
remarks
brother.
and disparaging rhetoric of Fat Joe. If you don't know, Fat Joe made remarks about foundational Black Americans, referring them to broke N-words, even labeled foundational Black Americans as a hate group. And he just went on a whole racist rampage about foundational Black Americans, and I decided to reach out to the entities and corporations that he does business with, and CVS is one of them. Fat Joe does business with a brand by the name of Rewinded 10. Rewinded 10 is a beard dye company. They have products on the shelf on CVS. So they're almost like a distributor for all of the different products that Rewinded 10 has. And Fat Joe, he's on a lot of the boxes as well. And so they're doing business with Fat Joe. They have this man's face in their stores. And I believe he's a partner as well. So I decided in good faith that, let's reach out to these corporate entities. Let's reach out to these different corporations and let them know, because I don't know if CVS knows. CVS may not know. Listen, CVS got a lot going on. Maybe CVS has not heard. It has not come to their attention that he's been saying these things. He's been saying this racist rhetoric. He's been disrespecting a community, a lineage of people. They may not know. They got a lot going on. So I decided to reach out to CVS. Now, this is what I wrote to CVS. I hope this message reach you and finds you well. I am writing to express my concern regarding the recent remarks made by rapper Fat Joe during his appearance on Math Hoffa's My Expert Opinion podcast. His comments about foundational Black Americans, FBAs, have sparked considerable backlash on social media with derogatory references that are deeply troubling. Fat Joe described FBAs using offensive terms and accurately labeled them as a hate group and racist. This characterization is not only unfounded, but undermines the rich contributions that foundational Black Americans have made to the growth and prosperity of the United States. It is essential to recognize that this community is diverse and cannot be reduced to harmful stereotypes. Regrettably, Fat Joe has not issued an apology or clarification regarding his statements. His previous comments included derogatory remarks about Black women. That was when he was on the Versus stage, and he referred to Little Mo, a Black woman, and Vita, a Black woman, and he called them the B word, and he said that they belonged in a crack house. Do you remember? Do you remember?
Yeah, we coming for him.
Do you remember? Had to throw that in there. His previous comments, including derogatory remarks about Black women, further highlight a pattern of disrespect that is concerning. Using racial slurs and making disparaging remarks as a non-Black man is unacceptable, and I believe it does not reflect the values of your brand. I firmly believe that any form of racism, whether it be anti-Semitism or discrimination towards Black Americans, should not be tolerated. Given the context, I urge you to consider severing ties with Fat Joe and Rewinded 10. If he does not publicly apologize to the foundational Black community, thank you for taking the time to consider my concerns. I hope your company will continue to stand for integrity and respect for all communities. That's what I wrote. Now, so we reached out I reached out to a couple of different entities. Now, this is the brand as well. This is Rewind at 10. Here you have Rewind at 10. You know, you got Fat Joe on the screen looking like he got Etch-a-Sketch on his face. The man has an Etch-a-Sketch beard. Fat Joe, where's the depth to your beard? Where's the fullness? Where's the growth? Where's the fullness of your beard? Your beard looks like an Etch-a-Sketch. Come on. Like a 5-year-old kid Etch-a-Sketch your beard on your face. Where's the fullness of your beard? That's not a manly beard, if you ask me. But let's continue. But this is the brand that he does business with, Rewind at 10. And you see CVS, they have it on stock here. You have it right here, CVS, Rewind at 10. This is the website, right? Rewind at 10. There you go. They have the product. They have these products on CVS. It's the company website right here. Rewind at 10. So they're doing business with Fat Joe, and I believe that Fat Joe is a partner. We had to let CVS know who they're doing business with. Who are they running around with? We had to let them know. So this is what they wrote back to me. Now I wrote to 3 different emails. And now listen, I whoever will listen, whoever will take my complaint, whoever will listen to my words and hear my gripes, I'm willing to send an email to you. Whoever will lend an ear, I will send a letter to you. We wrote a letter to the Ethics in Business Conduct Committee. Fat Joe does business with CVS. He's almost has a partnership with CVS doing a
The hardest thing is obviously finding products to sell and then getting authorized to sell those products. So with Ecom Authority, they've been able to do that.
We're going to set
distributing deal with Rewind at 10. So I thought it was in good faith to reach out to whoever, but I did reach out to a different few entities in regarding CVS. I reached out to at least 3 different.
So listen, everybody's still putting pressure on Fat Joe. Check-in report. Y'all see, he's still sending emails. We still keeping that pressure on him. He's still performing, but we just taking it one step at a time. We're trying to get this FBA. Some people have been contacting me about certain different roles. I ain't gonna say too much, but definitely if you want to message me, man, it'll be the best way to do it is through IG. But we do got some stuff that we're trying to put together. So make sure y'all stay tuned in so you can know once we put that code out there, you know what's going on. So I'm gonna go over that. We lost some Americans in New Orleans on the truck drive, and this is what they're trying to say. This is a radical group, but my point is, why would people be? It's offensive to call the FBA a radical, a hate group. You should be punished to the utmost degree if you're putting that on the lineage of people like that, in my opinion. But I'm finna go over this little brother of the guy who was speaking, and we're gonna give our prayers and blessings to everybody who passed in there.
Bourbon Street in New Orleans is back open here tonight as families.
Looks like Nikedra, Shiana, Reggie Hunter
mourn the loss of their loved ones. 14 people killed when a man police say, inspired by terror, plowed through them with a truck rented here in Houston. A new video tonight shows the speeding vehicle and people nearby running for cover. A father of 2 recent high school graduates and those just starting their adult lives are among those killed. Good evening. I'm Anthony Antoine.
And I am Rashi Vats. From the scene in New Orleans to the home in Houston, where police say the man responsible lived. We have team coverage for you.
And tonight we start with Fox 26's Jade Fleury, who is live outside the Houston FBI office. And Jade, you're getting some insight into who Shamsuddin Jabbar was before this attack.
That's right. We spoke with some neighbors who say Jabbar was a pretty quiet person who stayed to himself. Jabbar's brother saying his family never saw anything like this coming. And we also got a look inside of Jabbar's mobile home, giving us a sense of how he lived.
That's unbelievable, honestly. I can't imagine doing anything like that.
This is the home of Shamsuddin Jabbar, the 42-year-old terrorist who plowed into a crowd of people who were celebrating New Year's Eve in New Orleans. According to the New York Post, Jabbar kept a bomb-making workbench in his ramshackle trailer home. During an FBI raid on Wednesday, officials seized compounds used for bomb making.
I just dropped my phone and crawled into a corner somewhere and started crying.
Shamsuddin Jabbar's brother says the two weren't always close, but he couldn't imagine his own family committing a crime like the Bourbon Street terrorist attack.
He grew out his beard and he became more modest in his dressing. Nobody's seen anything like this coming.
Jabbar, born in Beaumont, lived in the Houston area for years, most recently at his rented mobile home in North Houston.
It's just unbelievable. I had no idea that he was capable of doing this.
A childhood friend who met Jabbar in middle school says they grew distant when Jabbar entered the army and he entered the workforce. He describes Jabbar as the person he once knew.
He was always reserved. He was always pretty much kept to himself and quiet. He wasn't a troublemaker, wasn't, a class clown, nothing like that. He did his work. He was very smart.
Houston and New Orleans FBI agencies are asking for the public's help. They're saying anybody who had contact with Jabbar prior to the attack should come forward.
All right, so there we have it. To the people that passed, man, prayers to them. But I'm in the chat, y'all. We can be wrap it up in the chat for a little bit. I got the link in the description. What's going on with the FBA pressure? See, there was a lot of people hit me in my video too about that Fat Joe, which is good. Y'all ain't rapping today. Okay. Said the black side of my family still knows they're native. Apache Indian. Yeah, we got a lot of black Indians that once they did all of that treaty, they reclassified us to black, just like you said, yeah. So now we didn't get, I don't even think them people that, I don't want to say that they're not real Indians, but I do believe that they probably, just like they did with immigrants, bringing them in here, I believe that they could have brought some people in here. And now they giving them they're giving them all of our ancestors money, land, and stuff like that. That's messed up. They probably took all the light-skinned ones. Shout out Israelite plight. Native Americans and American Indians are not the same. Right. Got you. Native means, American Indians mean that that's pretty much like FBA, right? Native Americans are Siberian. That's why these skin look like that, because I always see them and they be looking real light-skinned almost. That's crazy though. FBAs are American Indians. Got you. But how they finessed us like that? Like, they didn't give us none of, like, the video I showed y'all. They finessed the black tribe and, like, didn't give them nothing. And how did they make everybody get rid of their tradition? This was crazy. Negroes are American Indians. Yeah. Yeah, they got rid of. So how did they? That's crazy, man. If they knew that, it'll be a lot of money they have to spend. And it's crazy because some of those people was in that video I showed y'all. They was by Black Wall Street. That was in Oklahoma. So it's like crazy that all that's going on, but it's kind of the same fight where we got to put up. Like, this is the start. Okay, this is a YouTube channel you said that breaks down American Indians versus Native Indians. I'm gonna have to check that out. Was it more? Right, so that's why you saying it goes, because by teaching that Native Americans are indigenous and we're supposed to be from Africa. That's the finesse. I see. Definitely the finesse. Well, it goes to Europeans taking our land. Yeah, it definitely did that. Yeah. Now I got a better idea of how they just rob the black people. Stop using black. I'm gonna start using Indigenous American. I'm trying to appreciate that. Well, appreciate that. I'm gonna jump on that to see the difference between the transatlantic slave trade. Is that the one before the that's the one before 1776, or is that the one? Because we can trace all the way back to 1700s. That's where we had everything documented. Oh, you saying 1492? Yeah, that was like made up, right? They tried to get us with either one. Like, okay, y'all came. If you didn't came then, you came in 1492, and it's always been black people here. But this will let people understand how they trying to hustle us. You know what I'm saying? How they trying to hustle the game, 1492. Because if this gets more exposed that we are American Indians, it's gonna have to be a lot of explaining to do. In America, it's gonna be a lot of evictions, land. You're gonna have to do so much that you gotta keep burying the truth, because it's gonna cost them everything. The Papal Bull of 1452 put all Sarah's sons into perpetual slavery. Yeah. Yeah, like they only gave certain tribes money. It's like, I'm like, how would you only give certain tribes that money and single all the black people out? Like, you ain't in, like, you're not an American Indian, pretty much. The hustle is crazy. That's why I'm so glad we all coming together and coming in with this knowledge, because we need to just push this and keep pushing this. This needs to be the narrative, but this is pretty much is robbery. You're robbing people of land. You're not even giving them the right recognition. Crazy times. Israelite plot. Yeah, that's the biggest secret in the world. The Negroes are the actual Indians. We have more power than we know. You right. We're going to get this out, bro. I'm going to keep touching on this. I try to touch on a little something every day so we can just get that awareness up, because I'm learning a little bit more from y'all too. I didn't know it was like the natives and the American Indian. And put them on an island, kicked to Puerto Ricans out, made them think they were Spanish. Whitewashed us with Spaniards and Europeans. SpongeBob Live on God say he gave us a land of milk and honey. They be saying stuff in them commercials too, fam. A land of milk and honey. The land of milk and honey. Us America. They be saying things on them cartoons. They be like, seem like they be speaking the truth sometimes. Well, yeah, this lineage is going back. It's getting deep because people want to know history. They want to know facts. So it's good getting more information. That a lot of people don't even know that they American Indians, though. They literally think that they came from Africa. You said we mixed. So you saying they mixed the breed? They mixed our breeds up. She's saying FBA scholars from the mid-1800s always said we had ancestors who were kidnapped from Africa and enslaved here. Some of them openly claim their African parentage. We are mixed, sir. So you're saying that, but it only could be 3%. Yeah, you can find pyramids here. They was in, I think, in the Chicago area, like in Illinois, but they like chopped them down. You right about that, about the pyramids. Listen, the real salt, what somebody put wrong, all of us aren't pure Indigenous American anymore. What do you mean? All of us aren't pure Indigenous American anymore. We are mixed with Indigenous and African and European ancestors. What y'all say about that? Are we mixed now? Tia said, I ain't mixed with that. We were known as copper-colored people, turtle then. Only 3% of Africans made it to America. That's what I'm trying to tell. She think like it was millions and millions of people. That's only 3%. So it's not a lot of people that's mixed. Basically what he's saying, that it's not a lot. It's some people that's mixed, but we came of an Egypt God, said he will give us land. I have French and Spanish. He said we are less than 5% of the African slave trade. Pyramids are in America older and bigger. Listen, y'all, they're saying that people from America got it popping here and then migrated to Egypt. So Egypt was the second spot that everybody had, you know, that you see with the pyramids, and they got rid of this one. So she put, none of us know our true religion, our true, what? None of us know the true numbers of Africans here because many of them were illegally smuggled here, not officially counters after 1806. Right, but still, like she don't like y'all not understanding like how much the census report on how much people. I'm finna show y'all. This is how much people was here. I'll show you right here. The census. I'm gonna look up the census so you can see what was the population in let's say 1800. Let's say 1800. They can go that far. So we say, let me go here. Why we got to be one or the other? Why we got a problem with saying we have both ancestries? I mean, it ain't no problem, but we want to make sure the numbers make sense, because you're trying to if we got tribes here that we had where we had different types of principles, traditions, we need to know about that. Stop throwing numbers around when Africans who were kidnapped were illegally smuggled into U.S. But how many could they have got? That's what we're saying. Do you think they smuggled in millions? The population of the United States in 1800 was around 5 million. Okay, that included 890. That included 893 and 602. And like you got to take these numbers with a piece of salt, because they're trying to hide information. In Egypt is Africa. That's what I'm trying to tell people, bro. They don't understand that. Shout out to my guy who made that. He made a little documentary about that. I saw a video and this dude broke it down. Yeah, I forget his name, man. He's a good, bro. He's good. That America is older than Africa. Yeah. Man, I'm glad dialoguing with y'all. I know I wasn't crazy. Yeah, so it's like, this is the land that's like, people think that like they like, man, Africa, but they can't think that somebody went to Africa from here and then set up Egypt, where this one was already a piece of land. People don't think that. They just already assume that Africa was the number one spot. But that's what media do. That's what news do. That's what marketing do, is to change narratives. But a guy did a breakdown on that, man. I'm gonna find that guy's name and I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna do a live and I'm gonna play that, man. I'm gonna probably do that one tomorrow. That'll be a good one so people can understand. They'll be shocked. We built pyramids. Yeah, it's a lot of pyramids, man. It was all over America. Yeah. It was more pyramids here than it was in Africa. Yeah. But they want to hide this knowledge. This is what I'm saying. And it's making sense, because that's why they're going to take us out and saying that we not black, like no black Indian. In 1806, Africans were smuggled into the U.S. illegally. You never heard of African Town, Alabama, USA? Never heard of African Town, and I'm down here in the South. But what we trying to say, Jacqueline, is if they were, all right, why wouldn't they, if this is true, right, if what you're saying is facts, why are they trying to hide that they are some indigenous Black Americans that was here already? Why wouldn't they just keep it 100 and say, yes, it was Black Indians here, and they're not even giving them the tribal money? It's something going on. We can be indigenous, African, and European in our ancestry all at the same time and in our lineage. Why do we have a problem being mixed? Because if you're trying to take away somebody's lineage and you're trying to take away somebody from knowing their true identity, let's say if we had 95% of our ancestry is from tribal American Indian, like they're saying, we should know their traditions and everything that they did. We shouldn't be out here where, if that's our lineage and we have that majority, we don't have the traditions and stuff they did. You can wipe out somebody's whole and then make them into whatever you want to make them into. Because we see everybody else, they got their same traditions. They still doing the things that, their great, grandparents was doing. When here in America, we had to start all over. Right, tribes didn't really mix. But it's crazy why she's saying why you don't want to be mixed. It's like we want the truth of what we are. You know what I mean? We want to know, why are you hiding stuff? Why are you not telling us about this? It's going to make me weary to be like, why, why you giving me these labels and these names, So that's why people will be weary about saying why you care about being mixed. What you mean nobody hid it? They definitely hid it. I showed the video. You didn't watch the beginning of this video? That is racism towards black Indians. But they are hiding our identity. Of course. Even just with what we saying, look at what's happening with the Fat Joe situation. They don't even want to say we created hip hop. You can just imagine they stealing our identity and our heritage for something that serious to keep us in slavery. Because if you go to jail, you are actually a legal slave now. So their goal was to try to imprison everybody and make them a slave. She put, I can trace my ancestry back, and it says an I and an M on the Canadian census of 1800. The I stands for Indian and the M stands for mulatto. The whole Underground Railroad is fake. Right, they got a lot of, they got a lot of fake information out there that people already done got sold. Like their mind is already sold on believing it. And they just, there's nothing you can do about it. But yeah, it's a big scam going on with identity theft. We thought identity theft was when they just, take our cars or somebody get in our bank accounts. FBA against the world. But nah, identity theft is hiding somebody else's identity and stuff that they did because you wouldn't be able to profit off of them. They'll be too into their traditions, their culture, that you're not going to be able to too much put them into society. That's what you see with any other indigenous people. They stick to themselves. They don't even want technology and stuff. It's tribes out there like that. Like they don't even want to be associated with the world. So she put, we are mixed. You live in the South and don't know about Africantown, Alabama, USA. You need to do better research. Start reading on historians from 1800s too. Well, did you know that the first black town in Florida was Fort Meade. So I know about my history in Florida with where, ancestors from, but Alabama, Africantown. Blacks, Hispanics, right? I probably know information that you don't know about Black history. That doesn't mean, man, you need to do better research. Like if you know something that somebody else know, that don't mean, oh, you got to do research on it because I don't know that. But I probably know a lot of stuff that you don't know. So y'all try to enlighten people, let them know the information, but just because you know some information, don't make it seem like that now. What you said, FBA never stood for Black Native Americans with no African ancestry. Listen, if you a Black listen, if they say all Black people come from Africa, right? They say all Black people come from Africa, even China, Russia, wherever. So what are you really saying? You put Dane Calloway. My family and I are from Texas, but live in Arizona. It's crazy. I'm back. But yeah, man. So she said, but we're saying that my signal going crazy. Dane also breaks down us. Yeah. I just don't understand why she's saying, Jacqueline, you saying that FBA never stood for Black Native Americans when we said that Native Americans and American Indians, Native Indians and American Indians is two different type of Indians. Right. Out of Africa means you accept Darwinism. I mean, that's what they say. I literally have cousins and her FBA people who identified African-born relatives in their family as well as indigenous Native Americans in their family, both also acknowledging European. So you believe they should rep European, and how do you think that should go if somebody, I think the majority of what their ancestry is what they need to rep. But this is the new re. It's the new Rome. That's how you feel, huh? Hey, man. There you go. See, Native Americans are Siberian and Mongolian. And they got that lighter skin. See, but I'm not listening to a person pushing their ideology at Israelite. I listen and read the FBA scholars and historians from 1800 who are closer to the institution of slavery. I saw those slaves. We're not saying it is not true. I'm pretty sure that, but there's definitely some people that he's saying American Indians were reclassified to Negroes. Jacqueline. So can you agree on that? If you agree that there are black American Indians that were classified as Negroes, and we would say that this is facts, why would they do that? What would be their reason of doing that then? The USA is my homeland. My ethnic group originated here in the USA. I'm not moving to Africa. Visit, yes. Move, heck no. Right, and that's I don't understand, because you probably got land right here. Put American Indians, aka Negro Color African, aka African American, aka Foundational Black American. Exactly. That's what we doing here too. We trying to line them up to understand the path line of how we got here. And how we've been discriminated against. Because I just showed y'all a video that they've been discriminating against the Black Indians. $1,700 was drenched with melanin. Yep. Yeah, it was drenched. All in the United States too. Put same here, my ancestors are from America, right? Because a lot of people that's what Marcus Garvey did. Some people say he's a plant. I'm not sure, but they've been trying to convince people here in America to pack up and move and go to Africa. Right, but I'm sure y'all heard it. They tried to use everybody to go pack up. Hey, okay, now listen now, y'all. Let's be cool. We don't gotta try to disrespect nobody. True. Native only means you were born here. Native Americans pretend to be true Americans. Yeah. Truth be told, some of the most earliest explorers from Europe were black people. Yeah, man. I mean, I got a book and it's called When We Rule. And it got everything. I'm gonna show y'all this book. Y'all gotta get this. It's called When We Rule by Robin Walker. And it just details all the way to the 1500s to when black people was traveling and they was living in Europe. It was white slaves in Europe where our kings had went over there and conquered. Had big timers like Mansa Musa. We had a lot of big time people. They just did that to the race. Jews want race domination. Yeah, that's crazy, man. And it's crazy because they're not talking about got some nerve calling people tethers while you're bragging now YouTube women because they have Spanish names. I don't know what y'all on. Cultivate American farmland. You put if you don't take the shot, you can't buy or eat. In the Bible, chip is here, mark of the beast. They put numbers on the Jews' social security card. Yeah. Descendants of the Moors. Yeah, that's big time. The Moors are one of the oldest livings that got all of the documentations. He said they gave the social security numbers on the Jews' neck. That's crazy, bro. They do say that in the Bible, though, like you said. The mark of the beast. You saying the first enslaved American Indians were Spanish Moors. Yeah, because they had Florida was owned by Spanish, and that was the first town. People don't know that. Florida got a lot of history to it with the Indians and stuff like that. That's how it got the name Florida from Spain. Now you put, I don't refer to the unrelated Israelite. I lead FBA historians from the 1800s and the original works of William West Brown. We put Moors are not our friends. Is it something different between the Moors and Masons? They're two separate. Or can a Moor be a Mason? Or are they like competitors to the Masons? I never knew that. But they're the same, right? Yeah, I knew something, man. It's like they both claim to have like hidden knowledge or something like that. But Freemasons are different than real Masons? Exactly. You is wilding right now. What the heck? Do you know him? Do y'all know each other or something? They competitors, huh? That's what I'm saying. I don't understand these little groups, though. I tell you that much. Bro, y'all, man, I don't know what y'all got. Y'all in here arguing like a married couple. He said she was indoctrinated. Whitewash. They are not the same. Israelite, you just don't have the truth in you. You are a troll and throwing anything out. Y'all are doing this like a married couple, for real. That's crazy. But yeah, let's talk about some of the next steps of this FBA that y'all feel like we need to push. She put ski weed. Israelite, shout out, man. I want to know, like, what's our next step? Real Masons come from us, Indigenous Americans. Yeah. But I don't think them American Indians was into that Mason and none of that stuff. I think they had their own knowledge. It could be where the Masons and they stole it from. Yeah, you're right. They don't teach FBA scholars in school. Right. Next step is to correct our status, G. For real. We got to make sure our status is, and we got to know that, hey, why we ain't getting, I'm Cherokee, why I'm not getting my, my recognition for my tribe. They don't teach our FBA scholars in school. Thought you tried to call the man polite. But that's our next step, man. We got to make sure we get our name out there so they know that. But I'm so glad that we coming together. Remember when you're talking about the pyramids that came from us, Indigenous Americans, not Freemasons. Exactly. I'm telling you, I'm going to dig. I'm going to do a video tomorrow, and I'm going to put that guy that y'all was talking about. I forget his name, but he talk about all of this. And I believe the American Indigenous, like that information, I think that they had to get that from the Indians, the American Indians, us. It's just a word to be. You know what? Y'all heard of that sorority is called what the women are in? 5-star. What is that? 5 something. I forget what it is. But I remember my grandma she was in one of those, and she was just mad at them at one time because she just be giving money, and she just got out of it. And I used to be like, you giving them money? Correction is the Bible. Yeah, wow. But yeah, next thing, man, is getting getting our title right. So we'll be on point. But tomorrow I'm gonna put together a good one for us, for real. Y'all can't spell Jacqueline. You can't spell Jacqueline. Eastern Stars. There it is, Gary. Appreciate that. Eastern Stars. Yep. That's like the female Masons, man. You know, Kamala Harris, Michelle Obama, they're all sorority. And they're doing something. It's something that's, you know, Fannie Willis, Kamala Harris, you know, they're all in the same little sorority. The U.S. is a corporation, not a government, right? For real. That's how we got to play them. Hey, we learning how to play the game, though. I'm telling you, we learning how to play the game because we speaking to each other more. We sticking together more. We having conversations. You know, I'm even talking to people. So it's like, I see things getting a lot better, for real, for real. I got a lady that's working on forming us and getting us like an organization too, like the Defamation League. It's just, I just ran into a lot of people that's own it. They're like, look, man, they tired of all of this crazy. Man, I ain't putting y'all up there starting nothing though. AKAs, yep, that's what they is, Gary. And Gary, you're gonna be the boule. You're gonna be the boule man. I know you know about the info. Our oppressors, the oppressors from Egypt and Rome. Yeah, because Europe was closed there. So I bet if we do the timeline right on when they conquered America, they probably had conquered Egypt first because it's so close. Yeah, Obama's not one of us. Even Kamala Harris, they use other people. Like, it's an identity crisis. They put people in front of us to make us think that they one of us. That's the pimp. That's the pimp game that they running on us right now. You be looking at black people, you be like, oh man, they black, but they grew up in a whole different place and they've been trained so they understand what they really care for. Oh, y'all got me in here. Y'all got me in here rolling, man. Israelite plotting. This is crazy. This is crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna try to look up and see, like, when did we. I'm gonna just do that video with that guy. I'm gonna find him, man. I think his UAB is his something like that. But I'm gonna put that on tomorrow. Eastern Stars. Now, where y'all all from, man? Y'all put in the chat. What city y'all from? What city y'all coming out of right now? Are you up top? New York? Where y'all at? Man, y'all making the chat. Y'all making the chat interesting. Good documentary on Our Story by Chief Cali. What is that on? Like Netflix or something? You in Brooklyn, G. That's what's up. Brooklyn in the house, man. I've been getting a lot. I got a lot of family out there. My mom was born in Brooklyn. Yeah, that's what my Cherokee grandmother, New York, stayed in New York and Boston. Masons are fraternity, Moors, and ethnicity. Malicious in Michigan. What the heck? That's the name of your city? Or you just put the malicious in front of it? Oh, you from Los Angeles, Gary? That's what's up. We covering the whole U.S. right now. I seen pictures of tribes from L.A., from California, and they was like afros and stuff. Detroit. Okay, we got Detroit. Yeah, the Midwest. I think it's something special about that Midwest that they don't want us to know about. For real. But yeah, guys. So tomorrow, man, I'm gonna put in a good one. A good show for us. But yeah, we're gonna start on getting our classification right. So we'll spread y'all information. Canada is really cynical. Yeah, I heard about that. From the Detroit Bridge, like after that river, when you in Detroit, that's what you're saying? Like once you cross that? I appreciate you, bro. I'm on deck with you too, man. I appreciate y'all checking in with me, man. I'm trying to move it forward, man. Appreciate y'all. I'll be learning from y'all. It's like I want to get some information, man. I can't wait till we do it tomorrow. The Egyptians got killed in the water. It's crazy, ain't it? Yeah, somebody gave me that name, Water God, too. I'm like crazy. They spared Moses' foster brother. Yeah, isn't that story in the Bible too? What they did to the Egyptians, from what I heard. But man, I appreciate y'all checking in with me, tapping in with me. Calls Moses loved ones. Yep. Yep. And a lot of New York people, I guess, because I hit that with Fat Joe, I've been putting them in my comments when I've been speaking about just trying to get them banned. I think it's been touching them. I think it's been getting to them because I've been getting a lot of big name YouTubers been tapping into my YouTube channel. So, but Hoffa already commented on one of my channels before, so I know he'd be watching my videos already. That's what's crazy. And he copyrighted strike my video. He took it off though, but it's just crazy. These people, they be looking back and looking on YouTube to see what people be saying about them. They be acting like they don't be caring, but they be caring about their image. You got to fight for your right. Yeah, man. Because they'll try to silence you, bro. You speak truth, and these people will try to silence you. For real. Respect, bro. They try to silence you, man. You had me cracking up with these comebacks. Yeah, y'all just did a comedy show. Keep. We need our FBA. We need our FBA sounds. As soon as when we come in the building, we got our FBA. Yo, keep giving people this work for real, man. I appreciate you, man. Every time I see you, man, I know the support here, bro. All of y'all, for real. I'm knowing your names now. I'm looking at your names like, yeah, I remember you. That's what's up, man. I be looking forward to rapping with y'all. But yeah, we is building that community. Y'all look out for it. We still, you know, God separated the tribes and put them all over. Yep, you gotta honor them ancestors. That's what I've been more focusing on, man. More trying to honor my ancestors and make sure I can get that connection with them, so I know how to move. This dude, bro. Man, well, check y'all, bro. I will be going live tomorrow. Everyone show love to our indigenous nation and spend less time on U.S. corporation businesses. Also help our indigenous homeless and exonerates. Definitely. Listen, Tia, you need to hit my IG so you can help out on this stuff and we can send messages out. I got somebody else working on us with organization. We need help. We need to be able to get people that we know that's going to be able to let everybody know, get the message, let everybody know what they can do when you seem like you already own it. So we got to set our team up. So you need to hit me on IG, especially if y'all want to get into like trying to do some stuff to trying to get us on point. But I ain't finna be doing all of that on YouTube. We're trying to do something where it's separate off YouTube and we trying to. So I'm gonna let y'all know about that too. I'm gonna get something going. So where's no negativity can come in. Nobody can just try to come in and try to eavesdrop. Like, so yeah, guys. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all tap in with me on IG, man. Follow me on IG. It's in the comment section. Yeah, I'm gonna be on here tomorrow. Make sure y'all smash that like button for me before y'all get up out of here. Smash that like button, man, so we can push this on the algorithm. I want people to know about what I just learned. American Indian, Native Indian, you know. Every time, bro, we learning something. So long as we learning and pushing, for real Israelite plight. I feel you. So, yeah, man, y'all smash them like buttons. I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow. Y'all can give me some ideas. You can always give it to me. There's a platform called Live Waves too. Okay, I'm finna look into that. Let me write that down. Live Wave, yeah. I want to do some. I want to make sure we get the right one. I want to get nothing that could be shut down, and I want it to be. I don't want people to be able to be in our business, so I'm gonna be looking at that, and we want it discreet, you know. But I'm gonna look into that too. I appreciate you. Listen, I love and appreciate y'all. FBA for life. Let's keep the momentum going. Getting this in abundance. And peace and love, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow.